Hey, welcome to the Plant-Based Scratch Kitchen, the Vietnamese noodle soup. You know, I love this noodle soup any time of the year. However, I especially enjoy it in the wintertime when it's been cold and windy, you've been backcountry skiing, and you just need to recharge your body and your soul. But let's get into the kitchen. I'm going to show you how to put this all together. Here's my mise en place, all my ingredients. I have some onions, some cabbage, some carrot sticks cut up into batons, and my star anise. This really gives the broth great flavor. My gluten-free noodles. These are made from millet and brown rice. Some sliced up bok choy, and some cilantro for garnish. Ginger, fresh ginger. You could also have some garlic. And then chili garlic sauce. This provides the heat to the broth. Some Bragg's liquid amino. This is just a healthier, non-fermented, gluten-free version of soy sauce. And then some porcino mushrooms. Also, I have some tofu. I have a separate video on how to show you how to prepare this properly. And then very lastly, I have some vegetable bouillon, and this is a vegetarian base. This is what it looks like right here, and it gives some great flavor as well. So let's move on to the noodles. I have some boiling water and one package of noodles per person. This is important not to overcook them. Now let's move on to the tofu. Normally tofu, you know, it's a block, it's kind of mushy and pretty watery, but I have a video to show you how to really get these prepared properly. Now, I have some cabbage. Make sure you just rinse all your vegetables, slice them so you can enjoy them and eat them in a bowl of noodle soup. So that's what I'm doing here. Now, the noodles have cooked. Again, keep them al dente, and I'm going to rinse them with some cold water. Don't worry that they're going to get cold because you're going to add them right back into a hot broth. And there you go. Normally, traditional Vietnamese noodles are rice noodles. So let's move on. I have my skillet here. I'm going to caramelize some onions, the ginger. If you had some garlic, you could throw in some chopped up garlic as well. I'm not using any added oil. When you have a well-seasoned skillet or a non-stick skillet, you can do this. And then the porcino mushrooms. These were picked by a friend up in the mountains of Colorado. They're wild, and he's got a secret stash. I don't think he's going to tell you where he found them, but they were dehydrated, and I've just rehydrated them, and this is good to go. Now we just add the tofu, and we're just going to season these, get a little more caramelization, heat them up a bit, and then add a little bit of the Bragg's liquid amino. This is going to give some additional flavor. And oh yeah, this smells so good. The mushrooms, the onions, the ginger. Boy, this is going to really add some flavor. Now, let's go to the broth. I've added the garlic chili sauce, the bouillon, and the star anise. You might want to add, you know, a couple per person. And this is going to also build flavor. Now, let's move on to the vegetables. I have just a little bit of water. I'm going to steam these for about a minute. I want to keep these tender and crisp. I don't want to overcook them. And then just cover it and let it steam for, like I said, about a minute. Now, taste the broth. Do you need more salt? Do you need more chili garlic sauce? Once it's good, you're ready to go to the next step. You could set this broth aside if you wanted to save it for another day, but since I'm going to eat this now, I'm adding my noodles right now. Certainly don't add your noodles if you're going to set this aside for a long period, because the noodles are going to absorb all the liquid and get really mushy. Now, let's add the stuff from the pan, the mushrooms, tofu, onions, ginger, and the vegetables, and just let this steep for about a minute or so before serving. Here's the recipe. Just pause it and you can get everything that you need right here. Now, this is ready to enjoy. Hey, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to give it a little garnish and enjoy this. Have an awesome day. Share and subscribe.